So I was browsing Reddit as always, and I came across this. Which showrunner did the Daleks best? Moffat, RTD, or Chibnall? My answer might go against everything I've ever said. Okay, let's talk them through one by one. First of all, hello, I'm Sam. Please subscribe if you like what you see. I post all the time, every single day, and it's all stuff Doctor Who. You might have seen me in other places, like I call into Who's There podcast quite often. My questions get featured on Satellite 5 podcast, which is great. Give that a listen. So yeah, if you like what you see, you like me, you don't actually have to like me, you just have to like what I'm talking about. So hit the like button, subscribe, all that rubbish. Let's begin with Russell, right? Let's go in chronological order. Russell did the Daleks very, very well in reintroducing them to a new audience, right? I think Dalek, despite not written by Russell, I think was probably storyboarded by him, is a brilliant story, and it's a brilliant way to reintroduce the Daleks into this brand new era of Doctor Who, this brand new 2005 fresh modern era. I think that's a great way of doing it. I think Russell did a good job with it. So I'm very happy with that. I think Russell did a good job with that. I think he did a good job with the Cult of Skaro. I think that makes it very interesting. Russell's really good with unique ideas, and I think the Daleks sort of play into more of a religion in the Russell T Davies 1 era, like the Emperor Dalek in The Parting of the Ways is like the god of all Daleks, and then you've got the Cult of Skaro, which is very much like feels more like an Adam and Eve or like Moses situation, like if you try and link it to Christianity. Not the exterminating bit, but the just the myth and the legend of the Cult of Skaro feels very religion heavy, and I like that. I think that's very, very good. It's not like, as far as I'm aware, it's not too like faithful to the source. I don't think Terry Nation created the Daleks as a religion. I think it was more just a species. Might be wrong on that, so don't shoot me if I'm wrong. But I like it. I like the feeling of these religious things. It's a religion. The Daleks is a religion, and it's like a cult rather than you're born into it. Even though I think every Dalek born into it turns evil, apart from you get the odd one like Rusty. So yeah, I think I really do like that. I like that a lot. So parking that there, we then get to Stephen Moffat, who has the most controversial relationship with the Daleks because he didn't actually write them that often. He did the Paradigm Daleks in Victory of the Daleks, which is a very mixed episode. I'm actually a fan of it up until we find out that the guy's a robot, and then like there's this whole thing about loving someone you shouldn't, which just makes absolutely no sense and isn't clever and doesn't feel nice at all. I don't know, I didn't like it. But the Paradigm Daleks themselves, I actually really enjoy. I really enjoy the Paradigm Daleks. I think they're cool. As a kid, I liked them. I think maybe if they came out on screen now for the first time, I'd think, what the frick is that? So I understand the reception that they got, but I liked them. When they first came out, I was like, I like the Paradigm Daleks. They seem alright. So, yeah, I think they're good. The big controversial thing, and then in Series 6, they didn't even have a Dalek episode. The Dalek appeared. There was an appearance of a Dalek in the Wedding River song for like 2 seconds. Series 7 had Asylum of the Daleks, which was good, which again followed the more religious thing that Russell set up. The problem with Asylum of the Daleks is that at the end of the episode, they forget about the Doctor, which I'm not a fan of. Or was it at the start of the episode? I can't remember. They forget about the Doctor somehow, and I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that at all. I think they should always be arch enemies. I think that's the way it works really, really well. In Series 8, we got Rusty, which was clever. I like what he did with Rusty being like the lone normal Dalek, not evil Dalek. That was cool and unique, but then I suppose the stuff like you would make a good Dalek we've had before in Dalek in Series 1, so it wasn't too original. Then you get the big controversial one of Series 9 where Moffat made the creature inside potentially innocent, but it's just the shell of the Dalek suit that makes them fire, which I never took as that. I took it as the creature is so evil that even if you put an innocent person inside its suit, it will still be evil, is how I took that. But I can see how it would turn out to be sort of offensive in a way, so I do understand the criticism there. But then we get to Chibnall. Did they have in Series 10? In Series 10 the Daleks were there for like a second in the pilot and they were threatening enough, but they weren't really because they could have exterminated Bill. Like the Dalek in... The reason I love the Series 1 Dalek so much is because it's such a threat. There's just one of it, and it's going around this warehouse, and it is such a threat. Whereas in the pilot, there's like loads of them, but they're not shooting. That's a lot of things that happen in Moffat's era. Like, these Daleks want to exterminate, but you're in a room full of them, and they're not exterminating you, and there's no valid reason for it, apart from they're just waiting around. So if they're creatures of hate, they should kill all the time, is what I believe. It's a bit sinister, but hey-ho. Then we get to Chibnall. who I don't like as showrunner. I think he's a lovely man, but I think his episodes suck in the nicest way possible. His Daleks were cool. There's nothing really too unique about them, apart from the way they look most of the time. They're just sort of your generic Daleks. I think they are better than... I was going to pick them up, but like I can't really think of how they're any better. Eve of the Daleks is actually quite a good episode. And Revolution of the Daleks, that was called. I didn't like Resolution that much, although I love Charlotte Ritchie. Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm not too sure where to put Chibnall. I think he's above Moffat. I think Moffat did them the worst because he just sort of copied what Russell did and then made them forget the Doctor and then made the suit. There's a lot of controversy around it, so I'm just going to put Moffat's Daleks at the bottom. I do think RTD does clear Chibnall just because of the episode Dalek being that good, and I like the whole religious aspect, like I say. Confused Adipose, you must know, if you know me, you'll know him because he's well better than me. He did a video how he wants to see in the Christmas special, like the Daleks become gods, and I'd love that, and I think we get a little bit of teasing of that. Not like intentional teasing, but a little bit of a setup for that in Doomsday with the Cult of Skaro and in Part in Other Ways with the Emperor Dalek. So I'm going to put at the bottom Moffat's Daleks, in the middle Chibnall's Daleks, and very at the top Russell's Daleks, just because I prefer what he did. The ultimate best, a lot of people say Chibnall, so we'll see. What do you think? Let me know in the comments which showrunner did the Daleks the best. Moffat, Russell, Chibnall. Let me know in the comments, please. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you didn't like what you see, hit the dislike button. That's absolutely fine. Subscribe with the notification bell on. I post every single day. If you're in the comments, press the hype button near the comment section. Pushing my video out to more people. I get TikTok famous. We all win. If you want to leave a super thanks in the comments, it costs a bit of money, but you will get a shout out in the next video. Or you can become a channel member. You get a shout out in the next video and all of the videos going forward. And you get to get little perks along the way, but it is a bit more money, so it's up to you. You read into it before you do anything, or don't do any of it. Don't feel pressured. They all say that, don't they? The big streamers who've got millions of subs. Turn the button off then. If you don't want people to donate, turn the button off. I need money. Cha-ching. But obviously, do as you please. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I've been Sam. I'll see you later. And ta-ra.